Welcome back to the podcast formerly known as the Mixology Talk Podcast. We'll talk about that here in a second, but I'm Chris.
And I'm Julia, and we're the folks behind abarabove.com.
So I am the cocktail expert and also a former career bartender in the company.
And I am in charge of our shop, which means I work with factories to make amazing, awesome barware, make sure they do a good job of it, and make sure it gets all the way to you.
Yeah. So together we run abarabove.com, 2 Facebook groups, and this podcast, and you can find links to all those over at abarabove.com.
So way back in episode number 100, it was the very first time that we told you about our line of barware. We'd actually been selling it for a little while on Amazon, but we were kind of chicken, so we didn't tell anyone until episode 100 when we formally announced our shop. Then, on episode 199, we recapped our favorite episodes of the last 100 episodes. There were some really good ones in there. That is definitely like a condensed version of the last 100 episodes, so that one's definitely worth a listen.
Definitely.
And now today, we're in episode 200.
Mm-hmm.
So now what?
So we got a lot of updates today, so definitely stay tuned for all of it. But just kind of a brief overview. Mm-hmm. We have a name change for the podcast, which we kind of hinted at in the beginning there.
You probably saw that coming.
Yep, we're going to revisit some of the basics of mixology. We'll definitely talk about that. And finally,
we have a little announcement. I don't know if you're watching on video, you might have some sense for what we're going to be telling you, but definitely stay tuned to the end because we're also going to tell you about a giveaway.
So we definitely hinted at this in the beginning. There is a name change that we're going to do for the podcast. For anybody that's listened to the last 200 episodes, first of all, I apologize. Second of all, we have kind of a little bit of a brand confusion. So we are a bar above, but the title of our podcast is called the Mixology Talk Podcast. So we decided we're going to go ahead and rename the podcast to the A Bar Above Podcast.
And that's kind of for 2 reasons. One is like what Chris mentioned. Often we'll talk to people who know about the podcast and they don't know about A Bar Above. Or we talk to people who know about A Bar Above and they don't know about the podcast. So hopefully this will alleviate a little bit of that confusion. And the other reason is that over the last years, for the record, we started this podcast in 2014. So the world was very different at that time. And frankly, the word mixology didn't have nearly the bad rap it has nowadays.
Yeah, there's a lot of blowback to the name.
Yeah,
it's a polarizing name to say the least.
While I have my own personal feelings, I think it is a great word that is very useful. And I think we have a video and or a podcast all about that topic, which we'll link to in the show notes. But I think that it definitely made sense to let that word go because we don't always talk about mixology.
Yeah, we kind of talk about a lot of different subjects, everything from cocktails to cocktail history to education to techniques and everything in between. So we kind of run, a wide spectrum of the information that we cover here. So,
but everything we talk about is about craft cocktails and the bar, and that's not changing. And so that's why you will now find us under the name A Bar Above Podcast.
So stay tuned, because over the next couple episodes, you may notice a couple of changes here and there. Trust us, it's still going to be a fun podcast, all dedicated to cocktails.
Definitely. So whenever you hit a big round number, it's very tempting to kind of look back, which we already did, and also look forward on what you want to change. And that's something that Chris and I did. We took some time to think about, okay, episode 200, should we change anything about the podcast? And we realized something. It's been approximately 200 episodes since we talked about the basic fundamentals of mixology. Now, before you go back and listen to episode number 1, let's just say we've learned a lot since then. You go ahead, just keep listening from here on forward. Don't go back. It's not good.
Yeah, and I think something that people may not know is we recorded 6 episodes in the very beginning.
We did?
We threw them all away.
They were so bad.
Garbage.
They were terrible.
Self-admittedly, they were garbage.
Even my mom didn't like them.
But I think it's a really good time to kind of revisit stuff. We've learned a lot along the way as well. So we're going to be really focusing on the building blocks of mixology. This is kind of a nice deep dive into a lot of really fun topics, and we're going to gain some really great information. Hopefully everybody's going to learn something from the next couple episodes for sure.
Definitely. So you can look forward to podcasts about some of them maybe a little bit simpler, things like how to stock a brand new home bar, but also diving into really deep topics like the details of basic ingredients like vodka.
Right.
I think it's good for all of us. Even if you're an experienced bartender, it's never a bad thing to revisit the basics and make sure that you're super strong on your spirit knowledge, on your cocktail knowledge. We're going to be talking about cocktail families. We're going to be talking about all of these things that put together should definitely deepen your knowledge of the bar and help you make better cocktails.
Yeah, I'm especially excited about the cocktail family this one. I think once you understand what a cocktail family is and how it works, it really does unlock a lot of potential and a lot of creativity for you to make some fun, interesting cocktails without having to buy 50 books. So that's the one I'm really, really excited about, and that'll be coming up soon for sure.
And the last thing we wanted to tell you about in this wonderful round number 200th episode is the launch of our brand new gold-colored line of barware.
It's pretty exciting. It's pretty snazzy. If you're on YouTube, you can definitely see it. It is beautiful.
If we do say so ourselves.
Definitely. So we have quite the selection from our lineup that you can take a look at. But
You sound like you're like
I feel like
QVC or
I know. I feel like I'm like on seen on TV or
it
like
slices, it dices, it'll call your mother. No, it won't slice or dice or call your mother. But basically, our whole line of
pretty.
barware, if we offered it in stainless steel before, we have just now launched the color, the gold color, and there's something else that's a little bit special about this color that you wouldn't otherwise know.
Oh, please tell us. Is that QVC enough for you?
That was good.
Okay.
I feel like we need like to fall down in an infomercial or something. Do you keep falling down?
Buy her gold cocktail shakers.
The thing about these that is different is that the finish is actually made in a completely different way than anything else I'm aware of on the market today.
Yep.
Most shakers, when they, or I should say most barware, when it has a colored finish, like gold or copper or bronze or something like that, it's done in a 3-layered process. So the first layer is nickel.
Mm-hmm.
And what that does is it gives the color something to adhere to. For copper, the next layer is copper. Saw that coming. And the third layer is actually resin, which is basically plastic. This is why they don't hold up in the dishwasher and they don't hold up in high volume environments.
That's right.
Because it's that layer of plastic that will wear away in the dishwasher.
So if anybody has those copper Moscow Mule mugs and you run them through the dishwasher a couple times, you know exactly what we're talking about. Mm-hmm. After a while, they just kind of look beat up and kind of a little bit ratty.
Yeah.
I'm talking from my own experience as well.
Yeah.
But the exciting thing is this is a different process.
There is no plastic.
Yeah.
There is no resin on these guys. I'm sorry to tell you, it's not gold. It is not actually made out of gold, so just set expectations. But it is a beautiful gold color,
yep.
And they are safe for home dishwashers.
So no more hand washing your cocktail supplies.
Yes, which is the worst, especially the Hawthorne strainer.
Yeah,
I'm here to tell you. Not my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so if you are into that sort of thing, if you are looking for a new color of barware, definitely check this out. The link will be in the show notes for sure. You can always head over to shop.abarabove.com. But I think more important than any of that, I know that's definitely very salesy of us, but I just want to tell you we have a giveaway coming too.
Yep.
So this is kind of our thank you. It's our celebration. This product line has been a long time coming, so it's something we're very excited to tell you about. So do watch our Instagram. The handle is
At a bar above.
You saw that.
We're not very creative.
And if you keep an eye on us on Instagram, you will see that giveaway. It should be coming up very, very soon,
yep.
if I'm not mistaken. So do follow us there and join that giveaway. And with a bit of luck, you might
get a snazzy bar kit.
You might.
Yep. Finally, we are happy to announce that we now offer an industry discount. So if you're buying bar tools for your bar or restaurant, definitely check it out. You can drop us an email over at hello@abarabove. And also wholesale partners. We're looking for some wholesale partners. So if you are a brick and mortar store or you host happy hour events online like Zoom happy hours or anything like that, you definitely should check us out over at shop.abarabove.com and email us at hello@abarabove.com. @abarabove.com.
Hello.
Hello.
So definitely reach out. We love the industry, and this is one of the ways that we just love serving it. If we can help you out with a discount, it's the least we can do to help support an industry that has frankly taken us where we are.
Yep.
And it's something that we love. So thank you so much for joining us for our 200th episode. I know this is a little bit of a short one, but we just wanted to tell you all about all the new stuff. Stay tuned. We have some really awesome episodes coming. We are going back to the fundamentals of mixology. There I said the M word, even though we changed the name. Dang it.
It'll happen. I know it will. But we will be focusing on the building blocks and really having a lot of fun, kind of building out some knowledge for everybody for all things craft cocktails and mixology.
So we will see you in episode 201.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
So we definitely hinted it. Bleh. 3.
You're in my space.
I just like to be in the center of the camera. Damn right. Pay attention to me.
Weird. Can I get in a shot maybe? P.S.
Love you. If you're looking for deep discounts,
I wouldn't call them
deep discounts.
Slight discount. In accordance, in advisement.
Mandated by the authority invested in my stuff and things.
We're done. That was it.
That's it. Okay.